At what's happening traffic-wise in KZN, Marianhill Toll Plaza to be exact. That's where we can find Sbongakonke Mbatha, our journalist and reporter on the ground there. She has a guest with her, so I'm not going to even waste her time with an intro. Sbo, a very good morning to you. What can you tell us?
A very good morning once again, Ayanda. It is scorching hot. The weather is beautiful, but it is expected to reach a maximum of 29 degrees. So as you can see, that cars continue to flock through the gate, continue to flock past through the toll gate. But next to me, to explain to us in terms of, since the guests are leaving now, how has the festive season been? I have next to me our eThekwini Mayor, Mr. James Ngomalo. Very good morning, sir.
Good morning and good morning to the listeners at home.
Sir, if you can kindly give us details in terms of how has the festive season been in terms of revenue for the city, the tourism attraction, understanding that Durban is the ultimate summer destination.
Well, let me say that first, we just want to extend our appreciation and gratitude particularly to our visitors who are coming from other provinces, from Gauteng, from Eastern Cape, Limpopo, Free State, Mpumalanga, and other provinces. And again, those people who are coming from the province of KwaZulu-Natal, Newcastle, Pietermaritzburg, Richards Bay, Port Shepstone, and Durban as well. The manner in which people conducted themselves, it is, wonderful. Because there were no serious reports and incident reported that people were enjoying themselves with their families, with their friends, with their colleagues, and so on. It was a very nice festive mood. But our hotels were full into capacity, and restaurants and all other places where people were enjoying, particularly on the 16th of December and right up until the 31st and the 1st of January. There were more than 500,000 people who were actually visiting our beachfront and so on. But what is going to happen right now is that people are starting leaving the province and eThekwini, going back to their respective places, and we're expecting that around 1 o'clock this afternoon there will be more cars that will be actually leaving the province. But beside that, there are still people who are still enjoying eThekwini and the province, who have still extended holidays and so on.
Understanding that we had international visitors, local visitors from in and around the city, in and around the country. We heard incidences where yesterday particular tourists in the South Coast were actually attacked and got mugged. What can be done for the following festive season to make sure that guests in the city are absolutely safe?
Well, particularly for eThekwini, we did not receive any reports of incidents of mugging and so on, particularly against tourists from other countries. But as we are referring to an incident that happened at the South Coast, I think what we need to do is to make sure that we must increase our security plan and ensure that there are tour guards that are accompanying the tourists so that they are safe at all times. Because if we don't do that, we may have a similar incident that can still occur again if we don't take precautions. But I think that those are the things and the mistakes that we need to learn from as cities and so on, to ensure that our visitors must not find themselves at risk when they are visiting certain places and so on. We must provide enough security, particularly to have tour guards, people who understand and know the area where these people are visiting, so that they are not at risk.
Understanding that the city accommodated more than 500,000 guests, how has that affected revenue for the city?
According to the MEC for Economic Development, Michael Mabuyakulu in the province, he reported yesterday that just during this festive season alone, the city and the province of KwaZulu-Natal generated more than 3 billion rand, which is a very good revenue for our hospitality industry. Our hotels, our restaurants, and all other places where people were actually enjoying themselves. I think it was good news for the province of KwaZulu-Natal and eThekwini municipality, particularly for the hospitality industry.
Mayor, lastly, for future references, we understand that yesterday some of the guests who were around the beach especially. A kid was saved from drowning, a 7-year-old boy was saved from drowning. What can be done to ensure that once people have consumed alcohol are able to behave and the lifeguards are able to maintain a safe situation around the beaches when people are at a festive mood, especially on the 1st of January?
Let me also thank the lifeguards who were working around the city of eThekwini during the festive season. And again, in relation to the incident that we are reporting, that we also want to extend our gratitude to them because they were able to save that life of a young boy. Because we were told that that young boy was resuscitated by one of the lifesavers. But I think we need to make sure that we must increase our capacity, particularly the lifesavers. Because if you, for instance, make the example of the 31st and the 1st of January, there were more than 500,000 people, close to 1 million people who were at our beaches. And therefore we need to have more and more lifeguards deployed in all directions and places to ensure that people are safe. But again, we need to educate our people that they must swim in designated areas. There are areas where people are not allowed to swim. But you'll find that people sometimes they end up, swimming everywhere, defying instructions and so on. But we need to make sure that they must be told, they must be educated, that they must swim where they are being directed to swim, and they must take instructions so that they are safe at all times.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ayanda, as the mayor has spoken, safe and security is the ultimate thing that has been urged for our holiday makers to ensure so that cooperation and safety in a very nice festive season can be experienced. For next season, they will ensure that safety and security is the ultimate key thing to ensure that everyone has a good time. It's back to studio.
Thank you so much for that update. Yeah, we just have to master the basics. That's all that's needed in order to reduce the carnage that we see on our roads. Sbongakonke Mbatha.